WSAV is your local election headquarters, and all eyes are back on the Peach State as voters get ready to cast their ballots for a special election tomorrow. Republicans are working to keep control of Georgia's 14th congressional district seat vacated by Marjorie Taylor Greene in January. More than a dozen GOP candidates are running, with the winners serving out the remainder of the term until next January. Meanwhile, in the Senate race, new Emerson College polling shows current Senator Jon Ossoff holding on to a 10-point lead over potential Republican challengers Mike Collins, Buddy Carter, and Derek Dooley. Collins is planning a visit to Savannah later today. Meanwhile, Democrats are eyeing the governor's mansion as well, with former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms leading that field. Polling data shows 4 out of 10 voters are still undecided, and that will likely be determined by issues like gas prices, jobs, and taxes. If a candidate does not get more than 50% of the vote in May, they will go to a runoff then in June. Happening today, Attorney General Pam Bondi will be in Brunswick visiting the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. She's expected to deliver remarks at a graduation ceremony for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms graduates. We'll be there later this morning with coverage. And after a Fort Lauderdale flight was diverted to Atlanta Friday for a possible security issue, passengers were able to make it to their destination yesterday morning. Passengers say someone became upset about storing a bag in the overhead bin, and another passenger was worried about text messages that he was sending. The passenger was questioned by the FBI and Atlanta police, but no credible threat was found. The flight's other passengers were moved to a different plane and arrived in Florida around 3:30 yesterday morning. On to a developing story in the Lowcountry right now. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office is investigating after human remains were found at a home. Deputies responded Saturday after a property owner found the remains while managing a brush fire near Gilmania Road and West Frontage Road. Officials say the remains may have been on the property for some time. Residents may see more law enforcement in the area right now, but there is no threat to the public. And over the weekend, the Savannah Fire Department responded to a fire Sunday on West 39th Street near Victory Drive. The firefighters got there around 4:30 p.m. We're told the property was vacant and no injuries were reported. It did take around 10 minutes to put out that fire. As soon as we have any new information for you, we'll have those updates on air and online. 6:03 on this Monday morning. You're looking live there out over the Savannah River right now. Hannah Evans is in this morning for Alyssa Carsley. She has your weather on the 3s. Hannah, good morning.
Good morning, Ben. Well, we did see some rain showers and storms yesterday. We are now dry this morning on our Viper radar, but today we do have that same setup as yesterday. We have that stationary front sitting over us that aids in warmth and extra moisture across the region, so we cannot rule out just a passing shower or storm, a lower chance than yesterday, but just have that umbrella handy with you just in case. We're still waking up mild, 64 degrees in Savannah and Rincon, 63 degrees in Pembroke and Glenville, and we're still on the warmer side of that front, so it's still going to be an above average day. A nice day to spend outside with a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon, where we will be ranging in the 80s, 85 degrees in Savannah and Pembroke, 82 degrees in Darien and Sylvania heading into this afternoon. Now we're going to stay very warm through Wednesday. Then we will be seeing a cold front move through Thursday, and that will cool us down into our weekend, where we will drop back to the upper 70s. I will talk a little bit more about this little mini cool down in just a few minutes. Ben.
Hannah, thank you. New this morning, Savannah honored its Irish roots last night with the annual Celtic Cross ceremony. That ceremony honors Savannah's Irish past, present, and future. After Mass at the Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist, participants marched over to Emmett Park, placed a wreath on the Celtic Cross, and remembered those who came before. This year's Grand Marshal Marty Hogan tells WSAV it's a way to keep the meaning of St. Patrick's Day alive in the city.
The ceremony is more or less, it's also like sanctifying yourself, like to know the purification of oneself, and just remember that, you know, we need to put the saint back in the St. Patrick.
Hogan and his aides will continue with events up until the big day next Tuesday, March 17th. Happening today, city leaders are going to share some new details on how they plan to keep the city's biggest event running smoothly. This morning, officials will outline plans focused on transportation, parking, and safety for the massive parade crowds. WSAV's Genevieve Lund is live in the newsroom with more on preparations already underway across the city. Genevieve, good morning.
Good morning. Savannah's St. Patrick's Day Parade brings an estimated 400,000 people each year, making it one of the city's largest events. Now, with a crowd size expected again for that size, the city says that preparations is key for everyone's safety. City leaders say months of planning have gone into preparing for the 202nd St. Patrick's Day Parade, one of the largest celebrations in the country. Officials have already mapped out the event footprint and completed threat assessments to ensure agencies can communicate and respond quickly if needed. Starting this Wednesday, people will see no parking signs set up along the parade route and staging areas. And police say the celebration is an all-hands-on-deck operation with officers, firefighters, EMS teams, and state troopers stationed across downtown.
Celebration is a cornerstone of Savannah's identity, and our primary mission is to ensure that it remains a safe and secure, family-friendly environment for everyone.
Call a rideshare, call a friend. The simple thing is, if you drink or do anything that impairs your ability to drive, do not get behind the wheel.
Now on parade day, the staging area will close at 6 a.m., the route at 8 a.m., and Bay Street at 9 a.m., all to help control traffic flow. City officials will share final reminders on parking, transportation, and safety ahead of the St. Patrick's Day celebrations during a press conference today at 10:30 a.m. And city leaders say the goal is to make sure that festivities are celebrated safely. So make sure if you're going out to celebrate to follow those posted signs, make sure to follow the rules, and stay alert while you're out. Reporting here in the newsroom, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
All right, Genevieve, thank you. Savannah's Irish pubs are gearing up for a big St. Patrick's Day, and one local spot is doubling down for their second year. Savannah's Irish pub, Wexford, is ready for a big weekend. They're stocking twice as much Guinness as last year. The bar is also getting a makeover. Upstairs will seat 140 for food service, while downstairs will serve drinks for about 100. Outside in City Market, the patio will turn into a stage for a music festival with bands like Mudmen and the Maybells playing from noon until 11 p.m. And if you're looking for parking options close to downtown for next week's parade, spots are available at the Savannah Convention Center. Parking is open on St. Patrick's Day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. for $25. It's first come, first served. No overnight parking is permitted. Or if you want to avoid the trouble of looking for parking in garages and side streets, shuttles to downtown are also available for the parade. You can reserve a spot now on parkwiz.com. There are also a ton of events across the area to get you into the spirit for next week. This Friday is the 3rd annual Bluffton St. Patrick's Sunset Block Party at Oyster Factory Park starting at 5:30. Then Saturday the 14th, Tybee Islands Parade starts at 3, followed by Hilton Head's Parade at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. We do have everything you need to know for St. Patrick's Day and the events leading up to the big day all in one place. Just go to wsav.com/St. Pat's. St. Jude Dream Home tickets are going fast right now after a strong first week in this year's campaign. More than 1,500 tickets are gone as we get close to the first bonus prize deadline later this week. If you get your ticket by this Friday, you are eligible for our first bonus prize, a $10,000 vacation to the Montage Palmetto Bluff. On top of that, you'd also be eligible for the rest of the bonus prizes, including a $10,000 package of groceries, a $5,000 Visa gift card, and tickets to a Savannah Bananas game later this year. You can also get a ticket by scanning the QR code or going to wsav.com/dreamhome. You can also call that number on your screen. The house is under construction right now in the Oakwood at New Hampstead development off of Fort Argyle Road. It is 2,500 square feet, valued at $575,000. All of the money raised from the $100 tickets goes right back to St. Jude to make sure no family ever receives a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food.